So I've gotten a lot of questions, tons of questions about how does David Goggins feel about what's going on in the world today with the Mr. Floyd situation. I have taken a long time to digest what's been going on. And all you know that I speak straight up from the fucking heart. I speak the fucking truth of what's going on. I'm very angered by that situation, but not just by that situation, by thousands of situations for all kind of races, genders, and everybody else, about fair treatment for all. It brings back horrible memories for me when I was growing up. Just to back up for a second, I'm pissed off right now about all these things going on, but I'm also pissed off by the mere fact that when I was writing my book, I was afraid to write the exact fucking truth about what happened to me in a small town in Indiana, Brazil, Indiana, to be specific. I didn't even want to say Brazil, Indiana, because I had a lot of friends there, a lot of good people there, a lot of really good people there. But there were a lot of fucking shitty people there too. And when I was writing my fucking book, I went back to make sure every story was true and every story was fucking accurate. And a lot of white people acted like they forgot what happened to me. A lot of white people said it never did happen to me. And they went on social media saying this never happened to David. So I want you all to Google Brazil, Indiana. And where's that place at that I burned that cross 10 minutes from my house?
I'm blanking on the name of the town.
Anyway, I'll show a picture of it here maybe soon. But it's in the book. The cross burned in 1995, 10 minutes from my fucking house. So I'm going to share with you a few stories that happened to me. And then I will tell you more. So, stories that I can have people who were there to confirm these stories, I will share some with you. Growing up in Pizza Hut, somebody's father went into Pizza Hut, nothing but white folks in there, and said, I don't ever want to see you sitting with this nigger. Okay? Next story that happened to me. I'm sitting there, got my car, brown Chevy Citation. Piece of shit car, but it was mine. I come out of school, nigger, we're going to kill you, spray paint all over the fucking car. Next story that happened to me. Spanish class. I'm a fucking junior in high school in Spanish class. We kept our Spanish notebooks in the school. So I come back, I'm in Spanish class, open the notebook up, and there's a drawing on the front cover of the fucking book that has me, stick figured, hanging from a fucking noose, saying, nigger, we're gonna kill you. Okay? Next story I'm gonna tell you right now is me and my cousin walking down the street in Bulls and Lakers jackets. 3 white people pull over in the truck, pull a gun out on me and my cousin, call us niggers, and threaten to kill us. So, these are a few stories I'm going to share with you. So, my vision of race in America, fair treatment in America, this is my young years in what I experienced, on top of a ton of other things that I can't say because kind people don't want to admit it. In the town I grew up in 1995, the KKK marched in the 4th of fucking July parade. I'm not for sure if it's a 4th of July parade, but I'm pretty sure it was. Marched right behind it because they weren't allowed to march in it. This is the town that I grew up in, but a lot of people tell me that I'm fucking lying about the racism that I dealt with. So, am I angry about what's going on? I'm extremely angry. I'm angry for a lot of reasons. So imagine being me, experiencing fucking racism. There's a handful of black fucking families in this small town. I'm experiencing racism all the fucking time. Okay? And I now live a great life. I become something. And now I want to go back and document this shit for my fucking book. And people tell me it never fucking happened. So imagine what that does to your fucking brain when they now, so how is change going to ever fucking happen thing. How is change gonna ever fucking happen when people deny it even fucking exists? And this has happened the majority of my life. In the military, while I had a lot of great friends, I happened to choose jobs where there was very few African Americans in the job. It wasn't fair all the time. And you feel alone. That's why in the book I talk about the only isn't just about black. It can be whatever situation you're in. You feel alone. So now, let me back up. In high school, I lost my fucking mind and I became pretty much all about watching Malcolm X. Didn't like white people, was truly angered. But then as I started getting older, I had learning disabilities, all kind of shit to deal with. Tried to get in the military. The people that helped me get in the military were white men. Scott Guerin was one of them. Then I get in the military, have more issues. Get out, try to be a Navy SEAL. The only reason why I was able to get through SEAL training was because a guy named Steve Wazowski, Navy SEAL, allowed me to go through 3 hell weeks. It's not allowed in the time frame I went through them. White man. I have several stories, so I'm an angry black man. And I have all these stories of all these white men who helped me get to where I'm at today. I have a great book out there right now, New York Times bestseller. So millions of copies of this book. And guess who helped me do that? A white man, Joe Rogan. So as I'm getting older and I'm seeing these sides, I grew up in a town that, once again, not everybody was bad. Some great teachers, some great people, but a lot of fucking racism. A lot of racism there that people don't want to still today admit happened. And then I come over here, where in all the big movements of my life, from the military to SEALs to a book to growing up, a white man helped me get to where I'm at today. So I was conflicted, and I've been conflicted my entire life. I don't like to talk about racism. I don't like to talk because it brings up bad things for me, because I actually experienced it. A lot of people right now who are seeing these things, times have changed. While it's horrible, it is not as bad as it was. I'm seeing tons of white people out here right now in these protests. I didn't see that back in 1990s with the Rodney King stuff. So I'm seeing change. I'm seeing that I lived in a town where a lot of people called me nigger. But then again, I look back and I see my social media has 2.7 million followers, and I say 80% of them are white. And they're following a black man. They're getting motivated by a black man. They're finding drive from a black man. So all these things are happening right now. They make me seriously angry. But the only change, and I hate to fucking say this, this irritates the shit out of me to even say this. Change is gonna come from white people. White people will be the ones that cause all of this to change. The blacks, whoever you are, whatever color, gender, race you are, that you are suffering right now. White people have the power to make change. Whenever I needed something in life, I realized as a person of color, there are very few people of color in positions to make change. There are a lot of white people in positions right now to make change. So I could be here all day talking about this. All these situations have angered me. I've seen it my entire life. I've been told it never happened to me. And the only reason why I was able to put any racism in my book, I know I'm going everywhere right now because I'm very emotional about this shit. I called a ton of people to back me up on these stories. The only people who backed me up was my best friend, Johnny Nichols, who I was able to put a story in there from the Pizza Hut story, and the principal of the school backed me up. Kurt Freeman was the only one, the principal of the school said, yes, David, I remember when you came to me and showed me your Spanish notebook. I remember your car when people spray painted nigger on it. But you know what's funny? Those are the white people that make change. The ones that remember the fucking truth. Not the ones that saw shit and fucking ignored it. So if we continue as Americans, whatever color you are, seeing shit and ignoring it and not being held accountable, nothing will fucking change. Nothing will change. But also, as black Americans and the others that aren't white, we also have to recognize this. There are a lot of fucking white people out here, and I have to say this, that have fucking done an awful lot for black America. But we need a hell of a lot more help from white America. So as I always say, if you like it, you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. Stay hard out here, stay accountable, and help one another out. Because without help, nothing's gonna fucking change.